Good afternoon, everyone. It's Mr. Montgomery. We just finished up a whole unit, and now we get to start a new one. And I know what you're thinking, probably thinking, oh, it's a whole new unit. No, it's not like that, because this is so similar to what we just finished, except instead of adding tens together, we're going to be taking them away. And the way we're going to start this is pretty fun and easy. Let me show you. Okay, so on this little board, on this board that looks just like your math work mats, I drew a couple 10 sticks. So in the blue box here, there are two 10 sticks, right? So let's write that down. For number one, how many sets of 10 do we have? We have 2. And then how many do we have to take away? See this minus sign in the middle here? That's telling us that we're taking away. How many sets of 10 are we going to take away? Just 1. And let's think about this first. What's 2 minus 1? Well, it's just 1. But these aren't ones that we're dealing with. These are sets of 10. So what big numbers do they make? If I counted by tens with these 10 rods or 10 sticks, what number would they make? Well, let's count them out. All right, let's count by tens. 10, 20. So we have 20 minus how many total? Just 10. 20 minus 10. And since we already figured out how many sets of 10 and everything, guess what? We did all the hard work already. Because we know the answer is 1, but this is one set of 10. What big number does one set of 10 make? Well, it just makes 10 again. That's it. All right, let's do a slightly tougher one. It's not going to be crazy, just a little bit tougher. Okay, now I have a whole new math sentence set up with 10 sticks. All right, so on our first side, let's count how many 10 sticks we have. 1, 2, 3. So let's write that down to make our number sentence out of our set of tens. So we have 3 tens minus how many? Just 1. So it's going to be 3 minus 1. And now what's 3 minus 1? 3 minus 1 is just 2. So that's super easy. We did, whether you want to believe it or not, we did all the hard work right there. Because we're just using the sets of tens. So now let's remake the number sentence with the big numbers that they make. What big number does 3 sets of 10 make? Well, if you're not sure, let's count it. Ready? 10, 20, 30. So 3 sets of 10 makes 30. And how much is 1 set of 10? You should know this. It's just 10. And if we took away 1 from 3, right? And it gives us 2. What big number does 2 sets of 10 make? Well, 2 sets of 10 just makes 20. Or we could even look at it this way. If we didn't have all this amazing extra space to write out the sets of tens and everything, we could even say, you know what? I am going to look at how many I have to take away. This is telling me how many to take away. I have to take away 1 set of 10. So I'm going to cross out this. How many are left from the whole? 1, 2. That's it. So this just tells you how many to take away over there. That's it. All right, now let's do another fun one. Okay, so I have a whole new math sentence drawn out with 10 sticks. Or we can call them 10 rods, whatever you prefer. They're both okay. And let's count how many we have for this blue side. We have 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 sets of 10 minus how many sets of 10? It's going to be minus 1, 2. So 3 minus 2. And that's pretty easy. We know 3 minus 2, right? 3 minus 2 is just 1. Okay, now let's think about this in the big numbers. We did the sets of 10, subtracting. We did the hard work. Now let's just convert this. Let's make these little numbers that are the sets of 10, let's make them into the big numbers. Let's see the big numbers that these sets of 10 make. So what big number does 3 sets of 10 make? Well, we should know that 3 sets of 10 makes 30. And if we want to check our work, we can count the picture. Right? It's count by tens. 10, 20, and 30. Easy peasy. Now let's check out the other number, which was 2 sets of 10. What big number does that make? 2 sets of 10 makes 20. And if we're not sure, if we just didn't remember, that's fine, that happens. We can count our picture. That's why we draw these pictures, guys, to help us. So let's count it. 10, 20. And we got the same number. We had 20. Okay. Now, what big number does 1 set of 10 make? This is the easy one. 1 set of 10 just makes 10. I know it kind of sounds like I'm trying to trick you guys when I ask that. How many is 1 set of 10? It's just 10. I'm not trying to trick you, I promise. It just sounds that way. And if we wanted to just use the picture to help us out, this part tells us how many 10s to get rid of over here. So it's 2. So we could cross out 2 10 sticks. 1, 2. And how many is left? Just this guy. That's it. All right, let's do one last one, then we'll go to the inside, okay? Let's do one more. I'll make this one pretty tough. Okay, I have a whole new number sentence drawn out. Let's see how many sets of 10 we have for each side, okay? So our first side, let's count it up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we can write down that we have 5 sets of 10, right? Now let's see how many we're going to take away. 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 sets of 5. 3 sets of 5. 5 sets of 10. Oh my goodness. 5 sets of 10 minus 3 sets of 10. So this is the hardest part. I think this is probably the hardest part. We're doing all the really hard subtraction stuff right here. But we know this. We know this. What is, if we have 5 and we take away 3 from it, how many do we have left? We have just 2. That's it. 5 minus 3 is 2. We know this. We just made this tough problem a lot easier by doing this. Okay, now let's think. How many is 5 sets of 10? We practice this all the time during math calendar and stuff. 5 sets of 10 is 50. Now let's think about this next one. How much is 3 sets of 10? What is the big number it makes? 3 sets of 10 is 30. And now let's double check our work so far with our picture. That's why it's here. It's there to help us. So let's use it. Let's count by tens for this part and make sure we have 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And that's what we got right here. We have 50. Let's check this number. Ready? 10, 20, and 30. And we have 30 right there. We're all good so far. We are doing great. Now, let's think about this next part. We have 2 sets of 10. What big number does that make? 2 sets of 10 makes 20. And we can double check that with our picture too. Because remember, these 10 sticks over here they're telling us how many to take away over here. And we have to take away 3. So let's cross out 3. 1, 2, and 3. How many do we have left? We have 1, 2. So we did great. And we all know that 2 sets of 10 makes 20. We can count it out. 10, 20. Perfect. Let's open up our math packets and go into the inside. All right, I'll give you guys a couple seconds to open up your math packets. Make sure that your paper looks just like the screen. Okay? All right, everyone's math pack should be open. Let's get started. They did all the tough work for us. They drew us these awesome pictures of 10 sticks. So what we're going to do is first, we're going to count out how many 10 sticks we have all together. What is our big total? All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's where they got this 7 from. So let's trace it. And then so we have 7 tens, and we're taking away, well, how many did they cross out? See this black line right here? I'm going to make it red so it stands out a little bit more. They have a line going through this 10 stick. How many did they cross out? Well, they just crossed out 1 set of 10. So they made it 7 minus 1. And 7 minus 1 is 6. And if you wanted to, you could count your 10 sticks just to be safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now let's make this into tens. Okay? How much is 7 tens? What big number does it make? Well, it makes 70. So we can go ahead and trace that. And then we have to think 1 set of 10. What big number does it make? Just 10. So we can trace that. And then 6 sets of 10. What big number does it make? It makes 60. But if you didn't like doing it that way, you can just use the picture to help you. You can count by tens, right? For the whole thing. Let's count by tens for the whole number. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And we have 70 right there. And then how many are we crossing out? Let's count it by tens. 10. Minus 10. We did that. How many are left? Let's count it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And that's what the answer is right there. Okay? So go ahead and try number 2 on your own. You're going to write down how many tens altogether, the total right there. And then in the next spot, how many are crossed out. And then last, how many 10 sticks are left that are not crossed out. Okay, so I'll give everyone a minute to do that. And then make sure you write down right here the big numbers that they make, okay? All right, let's go over it. If you still need a couple more seconds, hit the space bar on the keyboard. If not, let's go ahead and go over it. Okay, so first we need to find out how many we have altogether. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 tens altogether. How many are we going to take away? Let's count them. 1, 2. I have 2 10-6 that are crossed out. See it right here. Just trace over the black lines that were on there. And now we have to figure out how many are left. Well, you can think either, what's 6 minus 2? I really hope we all know that. We practice it all the time. 6 minus 2 is, of course, 4. And we can also use that picture to help you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now let's think, what big number does 6 sets of 10 make? Because we have to make this into another kind of number sentence. 6 tens makes 60. And again, you can use the picture to help you out. Count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then we're taking away 2 tens. What big number does 2 tens make? 2 tens makes 20. And you can use the picture to help you again. 10, 20. And then what big number does 4 tens make? 4 tens makes 40. That was how many we had left, right? And we can use the picture to help us again. 10, 20, 30, and 40. So, guys, the only thing that we're doing different, instead of adding more tens to one side of a problem, we're just kind of taking them away. That's all we're doing. We're taking some tens and we're pulling them away from the big number. All right? I would like for you all to do the rest of the packet on your own. If you are confused about how to do this, come sit on the carpet and just listen to me teach the rest of the class if I'm still going through the lesson. If not, you can come ask me a question if you have a question. If you feel very comfortable with this, go ahead, do the rest of the packet. Do not tell anyone the answers, please. I need to know who might need some extra help. And I will talk to you guys later.